Police are questioning two men being held in connection with the latest attack on NYPD officers. I'm Olga Villaverde, and this story tops your Newsmax Now update. Those two men were taken into custody after investigators released this surveillance video, which they say includes one of the suspects in the shooting. The wounded officers were responding to a robbery in the Bronx when they confronted the suspects. Both officers were shot and wounded, but are in stable condition and expected to survive. Up on Capitol Hill, it was a little closer than expected, but John Boehner has just won a third term as Speaker of the House. The Ohio Republican planted a big kiss on House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi before wielding the gavel for the first time since being reelected. However, 23 Republicans voted for someone else. Over on the Senate side of the Hill, Vice President Joe Biden swears in both new and veteran members of the upper chamber.
And that you will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which you're about to enter, so help you God.
I do.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Republican Mitch McConnell is now the Senate Majority Leader and will lead the agenda by proposing legislation to approve the Keystone XL pipeline. But the Obama administration does not approve.
And you'll recall that we put out a statement of administration position indicating that the president would have vetoed had that bill passed the previous Congress. And I can confirm for you that if this bill passes this Congress, the president wouldn't sign it either.
The White House also says the pipeline's route through Nebraska must be resolved. Back in New York, mourners gather to pay their final respects to former three-term Governor Mario Cuomo. Political leaders from both sides of the aisle are attending today's services. Former President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton are among the mourners there. Cuomo died last week at the age of 82. Former Virginia Governor Bob McDonnell will not spend a decade behind bars in a federal prison.
I'll have something to say afterwards, folks, okay?
That's McDonnell arriving at a federal courthouse this morning. A judge sentenced the former governor to 24 months in prison. Prosecutors were asking for up to 12 years. Former Florida Governor Jeb Bush launches a new leadership PAC called Right to Rise,
which is a PAC to support candidates that believe in conservative principles to allow all Americans to rise up.
Bush has already announced that he's seriously considering a run for the White House in 2016 and has been stepping down from various corporate and non-profit boards. Outside the White House, it's a bit of a winter wonderland, shall we say, with snow falling in Washington and much of the Northeast. The storm is also bringing bitter cold to much of the country and will likely last for a few days. And finally, Major League Baseball announces its new class for the 2015 Hall of Fame. Pitchers Randy Johnson and Pedro Martinez made the cut. And that's your Newsmax Now update. I'm Olga Villaverde. We'll have more for you coming up in about 30 minutes. We'll see you then.